Hi there, my name is Victor and I am a master technician. Today I'm going to show you how to completely disassemble and rebuild an outer rear view mirror housing on 2010 to 2015 Lexus Rx350 and Rx450h models. Alright, so what we're gonna attempt to do today is repair this mirror assembly. Now what's wrong with it is, as you can see, this perch, it's broken in half, so it's not holding together. I have another mirror housing here, or a complete assembly. Now this one is pretty busted up. The light on it is broken, but this perch part is pretty solid. So what I'm gonna attempt to do here is disassemble both of these and build one good one out of it. Obviously, I want to switch the covers over from the white one onto the black one so that it matches my car. And let's see how it goes. I'll start by disassembling this one. Now this glass is busted and broken. I've already unplugged the connectors on it here. It's pretty straightforward. This is what it normally looks like, and then you can just get your screwdriver under here, press on the tab a little bit, and disconnect it. And there are also these two mirror heater connectors. So this one is going to be garbage, we don't need it anymore. Now we have this actuator right here that needs to come off, so that's held on with some Phillips head screws. Let's get those out. And lift this guy off. On the back here we have a connector that we're going to need to unplug. So just feed all the little wires out of the harness clip that holds them. There's a bunch of them here. All right, so now the wires are all free. So now we can just unplug it. This one's broken as well, so we have no use for it. All right, so let's get this mirror housing off. So we've got a bunch of screws holding it together. Let's see what's what here. I think I have to take them all out anyways. And there's one more in this hole deep down there. All right, and I think now we should be able to separate these two. Now there was some tape holding it together from when it busted, so let's make sure we get any of that tape off too, so that it doesn't impede our progress. All right. So we have also some little clips right there. I can see at least one. There we go. So we pop that back. And the front comes off. And we have this back piece. So we'll take that off next. And this is that last screw that was in there that we couldn't see. So let's shake it out of there. And then this back cover comes off. And there's a connector for this LED light. Now the light itself is busted up, so we're gonna take it out. So it looks like there's a little tab right here holding it, and there's another one right here. Okay, now what else? That's it. So now we have this rear cover off, and I'm gonna unplug this light because it's broken. Okay, so there's a hole in it right there, so we don't need that one either. Okay, and I have this signal light here, a little puddle light. How's that held on? It just has a little hook right there, so we can unclip it for now so it's not in the way, set it aside. And now I've got to take this perch cover off so that I can swap the white one onto this. So to do that, let's take this rubber piece off, a little insulator. All right, and now I think this white piece has to come out. So let's see what's holding that guy in there. Like this, like that. Okay. And this piece comes off, so we'll set that aside for now. And now we have some clips here, 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 and here that are holding this piece on. And I think there's also a couple of screws, if I remember correctly. Let's take a look and see. Oh, I think the screws hold one half. This half is held on by screws, but this half is just clipped on. So potentially some of these clips are gonna break. Don't care so much about it on this black piece, but don't want them to break on the white piece because that's the one I'll be using. So in essence, we're just going to pry them back and try to separate the two pieces. Oh, there's another clip. It's way down there inside of the housing. I gotta press on that guy too. I don't know if you'll see in there, but well, that one broke. In essence, we could take this black one apart, and while taking it apart, learn how to try not to break it when we're doing the white one. So this clip there. What else is holding it? Okay, so we have these two, 1 and 2. Those hold it to the other piece. Then this is the one that was deep down there. And then we have another 2 here and another 2 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little clips hold this one piece on. That's kind of overkill for sure. Okay, and that's the 2 screws right there that I remembered. So we're gonna get those out. And that will take the last piece off. Okay, so that's the other piece of the trim, the one that's screwed on. All right, so now we have this frame that's in great condition. Nothing is broken on it as far as I can see. So now I'm gonna disassemble this this part, and we'll start rebuilding it. All right, so I've got a piece of tape on here to prevent the housing from getting damaged when I pop this mirror glass out with a screwdriver. Get it in there and clip it from the actuator, and clip the mirror heaters. So this one is just a base model glass. We'll save that. To remove the actuator, you need to take out the 3 Phillips head screws right there. Alright, now we can get the actuator out. It's held on by the wiring harness, so flip it around so you can access the wiring, and then carefully work it out of its hook there. Try not to use anything really sharp so you don't damage the little wires. Alright, so that's the one hook, and then there's another hook right here, so it has to go the opposite way. Okay, now you can just grab the wires, hold them all together so it spreads the load around them evenly, and then you can just unclip the actuator. Now I'm going to take this mirror housing apart. Screw is pretty tight. And then this clip here, and the front piece comes off. So we can take a look at it and see. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It's definitely usable. Okay, so we'll get this back piece off. So, oh, you can see that this thing was like right broken inside. The only thing that was holding it was the actual mirror cover. It was snapped inside. Now we got this last rusty screw holding the back cover on. Okay. Let's get this puddle light out and remember how everything goes. Okay, so this is going to be garbage. There's nothing I can do with it. The puddle light, it's fine on the other one as well. So don't really care. We can reuse it. I don't know. I don't like this one. We'll just use the other one. And then I can leave the signal light attached to the cover because the other one was cracked. So now we can take this and reinstall it on the other housing. But first, let's take apart this cover right here. Okay, take this insulator off. Get this piece out. There's a hook right here that goes around the harness. And now we'll try to disassemble this while causing the minimum amount of damage to it. It's pretty damn hard with 7 hooks holding it together. I don't know why Toyota went to such overkill lengths, but they did. And they really didn't want this to come apart. So if it has 7 hooks and a couple of them break, it's probably not going to be a big deal, but I don't want to break too many of them. Let's just be as gentle as we can. Okay, we've got some happening here. It's time to separate. Okay, that's that one. And then let's get inside here. Put some load on it by twisting a screwdriver and then try to unhook everything without causing too much damage. I think it's just held by this one hook inside there. All right, there we go. So, didn't break that one. Didn't break that one. Actually, didn't break anything. So it was good to take apart the old piece that we don't need and kind of learn how it goes apart, so we can do it with this piece without damaging it. So that's really nice. And now we just have this small little piece of trim left. Unscrew that. And this little piece will come right off. Okay, so now we can proceed to reassembling the other mirror. So this new mirror we're going to reassemble, it's a higher level option package, so it has those extra wires. We don't really care. I mean, they're just not going to be plugged into anything, but the rest of it should work fine. Now, you can't go the opposite way. You can't use a lower package option to rebuild your high package, because then some of your features are not going to work. In this particular case, your blind spot monitoring wouldn't work and you would get fault codes, which would not be fun. So let's go ahead and reassemble this trim cover. Couple of screws. Okay. Now we have this beautiful white piece that's gonna go on the other side, and we will just snap it together. Make sure everything's lined up properly. All right, so that looks great. Make sure all the little tabs are engaged. You know, you don't want one out of the 7 tabs holding it together to not be holding it, God forbid. That'll be terrible. Now we can take this piece right here. So the little hook for the wiring harness goes that way. It's in like this. And the wiring harness comes out the side here. And then it snaps in. Okay, so we're good there. Now we can start reassembling the covers. So let's connect the signal light. Make sure the wiring harness is going the proper way. Okay, so that looks good. And we have one screw right there that's gonna hold it together until we put the front cover on. Then it will be all clipped together really nicely. Okay, now we can get this little puddle lamp. Okay, and reinstall this guy, and it's got a little hook right there actually that it needs to fit into. Should probably just snap in when you press down on it, but I don't want it to break. There we go. Okay, so install that little hook first and then slide it in. It's putting up a little bit of a fight here. Just have to make sure all the little tabs and everything's lined up. Okay, there we go. So that's in place. The light's connected, the signal light's connected. Now this, you see this wire is supposed to pass through here. So I don't know if I can get it through there now, or if I have to, well, we have enough play in this housing to move it back slightly. So hopefully I can get this wire through without having to take it apart. Can't really get my fingers in there. All right, there we go. So this will go here for the actuator, like so. Okay, and then this will be for the mirror. Now we can get this outer cover on. Now we had a clip broken here from when the vehicle was in the accident or whatever happened to it, so but there's enough things, screws and clips holding this together that I think it'll be fine. Just line everything up. That was a happy, satisfying sound. Now we can put the other 4 screws in here that will just hold everything together nicely. That's good. So to reinstall the actuator, just look at which way this connector is oriented. So it's a little bit wider on one side and narrower on the other. So it's gonna go in like this. And line it up and push it in all the way. Don't really feel it clicking, but it's good. And then we have this, the hook right there. We can maybe pry on it a little bit and get some of the wire harness inside there. Just work its way in. So that's one, and then there's the other hook. So we'll kind of do the same thing. Work all those wires in there. All right, and now we can screw the actuator in. So there are 3 screw perch mounts right there, and you have the 3 holes in it, so pretty much only one way you'll be able to reinstall it back in. Have to line it up until it, there we go, sits nice and straight. Now we can go and put the 3 screws in to hold it in place. I will reinstall the mirror glass. I'll plug in whatever connector is disconnected. On this one, we just have the mirror glass heater. It doesn't matter which one goes there because it's just a resistive type heating element. So it doesn't matter which pin goes to which pin. It just has a current running through it. That's it. Make sure it's nice and clipped in, and line the mirror straight on the actuator, and then press on it until it clicks, and then check it and make sure it has no wobbly edges. That will tell you that it might not be attached. It's attached on every point. No matter which one I press, it starts moving it, so that's good. Now we can take our piece of tape off. Clean this mirror up, wipe it down, and there you go. It's a nice rebuild, nice repair. I didn't have to buy anything new, which is always nice when it's your personal vehicle. So that's the way it's supposed to work. Yeah. There you go. It's really a solid piece. And the last thing we'll do is just get this rubber insulator back on. And we're ready to reinstall it. Thanks for watching. Please check for product links below the video for any tools or supplies needed to complete the procedure shown in this tutorial. If you would like me to make a specific video, please leave a suggestion in comments. And don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Cheers!